while two of my passengers are sleeping and one is about to get really comfy and fall asleep. The biggest question I get being a Tesla owner is whether or not you can actually road trip in a Tesla, and how is it on long distances? Well, we're going to find out. We're leaving New Jersey and we are heading to Florida, and we're going to take you along for the ride. We left the house at 100% charge, and we are stopping in about 4 hours and 16 minutes from where we are now with 13% left. So we're going to take you to every stop. We're going to show you how easy this trip is in a Tesla. Now, I can't speak for any other EV, but Tesla really has it down. So we want to take you along on this journey, show you how easy it is. And again, I'm going to be on the road for 4 hours, 230 more miles. We've already been on the road for over a half hour at 25 miles. So as you can see, you can get pretty far on one full charge. So enjoy the ride as we head down to Central Florida. The two girls are sleeping, one's about to sleep. We'll see you at the first charge. All right, so we're over 100 miles into our trip. At 118 miles, we have 126 miles to go before we charge for the first time. Our next charge after that should be North Carolina. So we have to figure out where we're staying tonight. So here we go. All right, so we made it to our first charger. We are in Woodbridge, Virginia at the Potomac Town Center. We arrived with 12% state of charge, and we're going to go get some food. Now, for our next destination, it wants us in Halifax, North Carolina. And we only have to stay here for 25 minutes to charge to get to the next charger, but because we're going to eat at this location, it's probably going to be a little longer. We're probably going to go a little deeper with this charge, which means we might be able to skip the Halifax location. We're going to check that out after we get some food. It's been a great run so far. We went about 245 miles on this first charge, got through Washington, D.C. We're south of D.C., which was one of our main goals, and we're on the road for 4 hours and about 21 minutes. So I'm going to grab some food, let this thing charge up, and then we'll check in later. All right, so we're back in the car, and we kind of overcharged a little bit because we ran into Starbucks to eat, but we got here 20 minutes ago, and we're already at 93%. We pulled in with a little over 10% state of charge, so that's pretty incredible. And when people say that, hey, it's so inconvenient that you have to stop and charge, we literally had to inhale our food to get back here so we could get back onto our journey. So right now it wants us to go to Halifax, North Carolina, with 30%, and when we're there, we are only going to be charging for 35 minutes and then getting us to Florence, South Carolina, but we may try to get a little further than Halifax, so we'll see where we end up. because we're pretty high up there. Oh, maybe 223, 217, 218, 215. Yeah, I mean, we're starting our charge at 31%. To continue our trip, I was thinking about 45 minutes. Yeah, this Halifax charging stop is pretty impressive. There's 18 stalls here. It's garbage cans, and there's a whole area here for your pet to run around and use the potty. So pretty impressive in Halifax, and we're right off 95, which that's another plus. You don't have to travel down the street. There's Dunkin' Donuts here as well. So good stuff in North Carolina. We're just hoping to make it to our final destination for the night without having to stop again. All right, so we finished up in Halifax at 90%. So we're gonna try to make it to Florence, get there with 7% left, which would be great. There's a destination charger at the True by Hilton, but we put Lumberton in there just in case. So we will see what happens as we get closer. Here we go. All right, so we're getting 110 kilowatts, 5 minutes remaining on our trip to make it down to Florence, South Carolina. And the reason why we're staying in Florence is because there is a Buc-ee's, and if you know of anything of Buc-ee's, you know it's worth the stop. But we're gonna call it a night in about 2 hours and 5 minutes. So not too bad. This is just a quick top off. We're not doing too bad being at 62%, but never recommended to charge with this much left in the battery. You want to get as low as you can because it will be a faster charge. But little top off to make it to our destination, saying we'll get there with 7%.